I want to give a shout out to the Department of Investigations, the DOI, for coming clean and doing an investigation on this story in particular. And I want to give a shout out to the Daily News for covering it. This is very, very important thing that's going on in our criminal justice system. The way that our prisoners and the people who aren't even yet convicted of crimes are housed. This is very, very important. BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Hey, before the video we will continue, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. Alright, so the DOI probe finds 1/4 of jail officers hired in 2016 had red flags. Should never have gotten jobs. Now, I'm going to let you know what the issue I have with this is. We have this place called Rikers Island in New York. And it's this is a prison, obviously. And they're always getting all of this bad press. Everybody's talking about close down Rikers. Rikers Island needs to be closed down. That place, they need to, do something else with that real estate. Or whatever the case is. But my argument is always, okay, you close down Rikers Island, but the actual physical land that the prison sits on hasn't done anything. Those same officers, which are doing all of these things, which is causing for Rikers Island to be such a terrible place in the first place, are just going to be moved to different prisons and work in different environments where they're going to be able to bring their terrible habits to those different environments and turn maybe 3 other prisons into the type of place that Rikers Island was or is currently. Listen to the arguments. You got to understand, the people that want Rikers Island closed, they're not the people who are pro-police. These are the people that's like, oh, that's such a terrible place. We got to close it down. We got to stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe, y'all. The physical land that Rikers Island sits on is not the problem. It's the people who work there. It's the administration allowing officers to do things that they're not supposed to. It's the actual officers not holding each other accountable and also themselves. The prison is a prison. Got bad guys there. Right? But also, as we keep finding out, there's tons of people that's there that didn't actually commit a crime. Actually, just so we could be clear on this for everybody that doesn't know, so we can be clear. You can go to Rikers Island before you are found guilty. You go to a court. They set you a bond, a bail. You can't pay it. You go to Rikers Island. Wait for trial. Might be a year. Might be 2. Might be 3. This happens. You haven't been found guilty of anything, but you'll be sitting in jail for a couple of years. With that being said, let's get to the article. Over 1/4 of a sample of the city's correction department's new hires in 2016 had serious red flags and should never have been hired, according to the Department of Investigation report published Thursday. All told, 88 of the 291 recruits spot-checked had prior arrests, were fired from previous jobs, or had ties to inmates the review found. So, you're trying to tell me that out of 291 recruits that were hired, 88 of them had red flags. That's That's a big number. That basically shows that they're not even attempting to look and see if there is a reason to not hire an individual. You understand what I'm saying? They're looking for a certain criteria of a person. The other day, I was in a conversation with somebody, and they were talking about how terrible their parole officer was. But they were saying their parole officer was bad because their parole officer is forcing them to go to get a GED. Their parole officer is forcing them to have to go on a job hunt. You know, stuff like that. I'm like, what? But their beef wasn't only that their parole officer was forcing them to do these things, forcing them to not use drugs. They were really pissed off over these things. But it wasn't just the things that the parole officer was forcing them to do. Their argument was they didn't like how the parole officer told them these things. And I said to him, I said, what kind of people do you think that they're hiring down there? They're not hiring people who are going to come and talk to you nicely and politely. Because let's be honest, if the parole officer, when you showed up in the morning, had breakfast waiting for you, and gift cards, and all this other stuff, people wouldn't do what they need to do to get back into society and be good citizens. So yeah, they're looking for people who are brash to be parole officers. They're looking for people that have authoritative presence. They're looking for these things. So with that being said, when they're looking for these guards, these officers in the Department of Corrections, they're looking for a certain type of person. Now, because they're looking for a certain type of person, they're not weeding out the people that shouldn't be there. They're saying, okay, this person has that quality that we want. This person has that quality that we want. We're not even going to check to see if he's qualified or if he's disqualified, due to, other criteria. We're just going to hire him. This is what's happening. The DOI conducted a year-long probe of the jail's Applicant Investigation Unit and looked at new hires brought on as part of the January, June, December 2016 classes. The probe was a follow-up to a similar DOI investigation published in January 2015. That review found jail brass frequently hired questionable candidates to work as correction officers, including some with gang ties and serious arrest records. Like I said, they're looking for certain types of people. I tell people this all the time. I say, if you take, the average successful drug dealer, I'm not talking about the guy standing on the corner doing hand-to-hands for 10 years. He's obviously not but so successful. No knock on anybody. I'm just saying what it is. I'm talking about the guy who has 3-4 people under him at a minimum, and he's making sure that they all eat and their family is good. That guy. I'm not trying to sensationalize these guys either, or put them up on a pedestal. But what I'm saying, if you take the average successful drug dealer and you put him in a management position somewhere, he will be successful. So when they're looking for people to work in these environments, they're looking for people who, one, have short fuses most of the time and don't mind being violent. So of course they're going to have to hire people who might have a violent crime. That's just the way it is. And then look at the Department of Justice prison system, and you'll see lots of incidents of just unprofessionalism, and the victim is the prisoner, who might just not have been able to make bail. We don't even know if he's guilty. With that being said, leave the comments down below. I want to know what you guys think about this. Link is in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. # Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Please take care of each other. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.
If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.